driving down Highway 286 in Virginia towards the Amtrak station in Lorton, Virginia. I'm going to take the auto train from Virginia down to Florida. And I'm going to take this car on the train. As far as I know, this is the only train in America where you can take your car. So we're going to see how this works. How do I get the car on the train? And what is the private compartment like?
The auto train runs once a day 855 miles in both directions between Lorton, Virginia, near Washington, D.C., and Sanford, Florida, near Orlando. It's an overnight train that makes no stops. Auto Train is Amtrak's most profitable service. Mine was scheduled to leave at 5 p.m. and arrive at 10 a.m., 17 hours later. Dinner and breakfast are available on board. You can choose between coach seats or various classes of private rooms. Amtrak did not make this trip easy. The first indication that things weren't running smoothly was when the turn lane to get into the Amtrak station was blocked by a police car, and ahead I saw why.
The train leaves at 5 p.m. Supposed to have your car on it and all checked in and stuff by 3. There is a huge line of cars way out of the Amtrak station, way down the highway. It's probably half a mile or more of just line of cars. So I got to go way down this highway, find the end of it, make a U-turn, and wait in line, I guess. Okay, found the end of the line. I hope this is the right line. I think it is.
It wasn't clear at all if this was the Amtrak line. A couple temporary signs would have helped greatly.
Hark. That eerie silence you hear is the sound of me having turned off the car because we're still just sitting around waiting and waiting and waiting. Also, it's 3:01 p.m., so we're not going to be checked in by 3 o'clock. It's 3:48. We have started to move a little bit. There's been a little progress. Every now and then we'll move up a few car lengths.
As usual, someone decided they didn't deserve to wait in this line and tried to cut. I'm glad to say that none of us let this person in.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
Auto Train, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
After all that.
I've had people wait for 95.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was worried about. Is there some sporting event around here I don't know about or something?
I'm telling people it's either the Britney Spears concert
Yeah.
or Runfest. One of the two.
Huzzah! I'm stuck in traffic. All right, well, that's progress. We've turned off the road into the actual entrance to the Amtrak Auto Train. We continue to slowly make progress. We are right next to the platform, and I can see where we're going, sort of. I just want to make a video now because it's 5:01 p.m. and the train was supposed to leave 1 minute ago, so just wanted to mark the occasion.
By now, desperate bathroom refugees were abandoning their cars and running ahead. If Amtrak couldn't even send someone out to put up a sign for the cars on the road, they sure weren't going to design a sensible and humane parking system for when they're running late.
Hello?
Hey, what's the last name?
Larson?
159 is your number. All the way to the left, lane 5.
Leave the driver's side window down, leave the keys in it, turn the vehicle off. Grab the things you'll need for the evening, go inside and check in.
Okay.
Next time you see the contents of the vehicle, will be in Florida, so make sure you grab what you need.
Okay.
This is it.
They're not really ready to leave yet because all of these cars apparently, presumably, have to be loaded. Am I even going the right way? Oh, here are all the people. Look at this.
Alright, you all checked in. Train car 5346, room D for Delta. Dinner will be the third meal service on the train, no matter what time it is. That's the only time we have left.
All right, getting closer. It's 5:35. They say they're going to start boarding at 6. I see my car still sitting over here where I parked it. It's not moved. I hope they remember the car. Wouldn't it be something to get to Florida and my car is still here? You've heard of lost luggage.
It was just before 6 when an Amtrak driver got in my car and drove it onto one of the mini Auto Train railroad cars. The Auto Train cars still weren't even attached to the main train yet.
All right, I just happened to be walking by when they were putting my car on. That's it right there. My car is on the train. Whew. Now, as long as they connect that train car to this big train that I'll be on, I'll meet my car in Florida.
Our room was a bedroom in a sleeper car. Passengers were confused about the car numbers, and it took a while for us all to find our assigned rooms. The whole boarding process, already late, was kind of chaotic. All right, we're boarding now. We are going to be boarding soon and find our room D.
Oh, okay, good, thank you.
I think I dropped my room number.
That's the lady.
No, but we're room, I thought we were room 3.
B.
Room 3.
B.
All right. Okay, so this is the bedroom on the auto train. My first time in one, so let's look around and see what we have. The top bunk. And this converts somehow into the bottom bed. We have a little closet here. Not bad. We got a curtain for the door for at night. We got our own sink. Hot and cold water, if they both work. Now, we have a lot of towels here. And the reason is this right here. The toilet paper has a plastic guard on it because there's a shower. Private shower. You get everything wet in here. It's pretty snug. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have curtains. Each place to sit has a power adapter and a little heat thing and a light. This is the extra seat, so 2 people can sit here. See, 1, 2. And there's 1 seat here. And there's actually quite a bit of room here, as you see. It's pretty comfortable. I wouldn't recommend putting your shoes on the furniture, but you know, it is America, why not? 3 bottles of water. It's kind of a table. Pull that out, and there you go. Ooh, nice. Place to put your computer. She just announced that there's Wi-Fi on this train.
G5C.
If it works, I'll be impressed. It may actually work. Coat hooks. And I believe another coat hook for use in the bathroom. Under the sink here, we got cabinets with more supplies, more toilet paper. We have your own private trash can and more towels. And you got little cups. I don't know how many cups, but little cups to can you actually drink this water? I don't know, maybe. They're going to be serving dinner soon. I'm not really looking forward to that. I don't know how that works. We paid through the nose for this room. This room is over $1,000 because there's 2 people. It's the nicest bedroom I think that Amtrak has, and we had a car, and that was extra fee. I just wanted to see what it was like to kind of max out the Amtrak Auto Train experience. So I decided to go in debt just to see what it was like. So I hope you enjoy this because it cost me mightily. Privacy. Still waiting to depart. And I was just thinking, it's going to be at least 2 hours late that we're leaving. That may have implications for the arrival time beyond the 2 hours because Amtrak uses freight lines. I assume that's true of Auto Train. And if Amtrak's really late, the freight lines have precedent. So if we're cutting into some kind of freight train schedule, then we're going to have to wait for them to do what they do. That's when things can get out of hand on Amtrak. I hope that's not the case, because it's supposed to be a 16-hour or so, a little over 16-hour train ride. If they just give us meals, I'll be okay.
Hello. Once they finish connecting the auto cars to the train and then gives us the signal to go, then we'll be good to go. Any questions?
Dinner? Like, where do we eat dinner?
The
dining car?
It'll be in the dining car. So once you leave out of here, just make a left and it's just 3-4 cars down.
Okay. Been sitting here idling for about half an hour now since boarding. The train's not on yet. I don't hear any sounds. And I can see out the window, they're still pulling cars onto the auto train cars, so.
The train coming in this morning was late, so that delays us. Our scheduled time of arrival is supposed to be 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. That is out of the window. I cannot give you an estimated time for tomorrow morning, but I will keep you updated. In its entirety, the auto train averages nearly 3/4 of a mile in length and is the longest passenger train in the U.S. We are carrying a total of 535 passengers on board. We have 252 in the coaches. We have 259 in the sleepers.
Why is she telling me
We
this?
have 2 conductors, 2 engineers, 20 onboard service personnel, and myself.
And 25 sacks of mail.
We're moving.
If you're holding tickets 1, and I mean tickets only 1, please come to the sleeper diner at this time. You will be sitting with other people.
It's slow going, but we may be on our way. And right outside the window, I see I-95. All those poor suckers out there having to drive themselves while our car is being towed for us here on this train, and it's just pure luxury. And when I say luxury, I mean Amtrak luxury, but I like it. So, where's that dinner? I'm gonna try the bathroom. Oh, so the light for the bathroom, oddly, is over here. Okay, here's what it's like being inside this bathroom. Not a lot of room. My arm is completely straight, but my back's on this wall and I can touch the other wall with my knuckles. Anyway, this is it. So you got the towels up there for the shower. That'll be later. Whoa. And some toilet. While I was standing here peeing, some water dripped out of here onto my shoe. So be careful when you're in here. Give the nozzle a wide berth. Hope you're not claustrophobic.
Thank you to everybody who's supporting this channel on Patreon. If you would like to support independent travel content like this, please go to patreon.com/T1DWanderer, choose a tier, and join the adventure. And now, back to the video.
Well, it's 9 p.m. I am very hungry. Our meal tickets are for Group 3. They've called Group 1 about an hour and a half ago. They have not called Group 2 yet. Now, I could go to the cafe car and get some food, but I have to pay for it, and I've already paid for my meal, so I'm kind of waiting it out, you know? The ride is very nice. The train is comfortable, it's quiet, it's very dark outside, so it's kind of soothing, but I have nothing to entertain me because there's Wi-Fi on board, but it doesn't work, and I don't have cell phone service in America because my phone is Japanese, so not much to do, just enjoy the darkness. Okay, I just called the attendant and she came and I asked her about dinner because it's been about 2 hours since they called Group 1 and there's been no announcement for Group 2 or my group, Group 3. Anyway, she came and she said it was going to be probably around 11 o'clock.
Attention to all sleeper car guests and sleeper car guests only. This is going to be the first call for our second dinner city on tonight's auto train. If you're holding tickets 2, and I mean only 2, please come to the sleeper diner at this time.
By the time they called Group 3, it was after 11:30. I try to roll with the punches when traveling, but even my patience had run out. I was no longer in the mood to eat, I just had to, biologically. The lights in the dining car, for some reason, were dimmed very low, like a dungeon. But the places were set.
Thank you. You guys too?
2.
I'll sit you there. Let's see how many want to show up. Hey, you guys was on the train recently? Okay.
No, first time.
Oh, do you like it?
Not so far.
Okay. Yes.
The choice for this meal, which is included in the room price, was between steak, chicken, salmon, and rigatoni. I got the salmon. They had run out of beer, but had wine. You get one free alcoholic drink with dinner, but under the circumstances, they let us finish the whole last bottle without charging us.
Okay, we actually got our food, started eating about midnight. It's not ideal for a diabetic. It's not ideal for anybody. We sat with another couple of people who were also upset when they first arrived. Anyway, after eating, we all felt a little better and we were talking and laughing and everything was okay. So, the food, excellent. The food service, F-. I mean, the people there in the dining car were nice, but just the Amtrak system of taking 6 or 7 hours to feed, 150 people or 100 people, really, really stupid. But I'm not here to complain. I'm here to talk about my trip on Auto Train, whatever this train is called. It's probably past 1 o'clock now, and I'm a little tired, but still have to put the beds down, and I'm going to try the shower. I'm actually going to try the shower despite the late time. By the way, we're also in North Carolina somewhere. I don't know where. There's a latch over here. This latch controls that side. Ladder
the bed sheets and another pillow. And a little pouch for your cell phone and stuff. And a belt to keep you from falling out. Put those on the top. Not bad, huh? Made me a little home here. Now it's like 1:30, something like that, 1:30 a.m. One more thing to do. Try the shower. Okay, two things. The water is very hot. Very, very nice. Two, there's a sign in here that says, you may find showering easier while sitting, which is a nice thought. And I didn't see it until after I was already finished. So I was like, oh, that would have been easier. Third thing, bonus thing, showering in this small space, not so bad. Drying off with the towel, that's the challenge. But for a train shower, very, very good. All's well that ends well. I think this is going to be a good night's sleep. I love the sound and the feel of a train when I'm sleeping. Good night, see you tomorrow for breakfast.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, it is now 7 a.m. and we are going to make our first call for breakfast service for all passengers on board. If you are traveling in the coach portion of the train, your breakfast will be in the cross-country cafe car. And if you are traveling in the sleeper portion of the train, your breakfast will be in the sleeper lounge for grab and go, or you may come to the sleeper diner for sit-down service. As a friendly reminder, if you do come into the diner, it is first come, first serve. At this time, we are just a little north of Savannah. We are still in South Carolina.
I made an announcement this morning that we're going to arrive in Sanford, Florida about 1 p.m. And just after that, we stopped for about half an hour. We're moving again slowly through the swamp. I kind of think it's going to be around 2. By the time we actually get the car and get on the road, it's probably going to be 2 or 3. So that's where things stand now. Not too bad considering that we left late. Well fed. Endless coffee if you want it. My second cup of coffee here. And it's real nice now, sitting here watching the sunny swamp drift by. This is kind of the good part. This is the fun part. After everything's relaxed and calm and everybody's fed and it's sunny and there's nothing really to do but look out the window. The Wi-Fi, by the way, does work on board, but only in the dining car. Or maybe the lounge car too. I haven't been to the lounge car yet, but it works in the dining car, and as soon as you walk through the door of the dining car out, it stops working. Okay, at 11 o'clock this morning, they're going to close the cafe car and the sleeper lounge. So let's go check them out before they close, just to see what they're like. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Also noticed something else on this train. You can press this to open the door, but you can kick this. It's kind of fun, just kicking your way through the train. Can of Coke for $2.50. Although we had no change, so it was $3.
Waiting on the dispatch to let us go, so we have to go slow. We are almost through all of that. We are going to be a little bit later. As soon as we get moving full speed, I'll get back on here and update you with a better estimate time of arrival.
Well, it's nearly 1 o'clock. We just left Jacksonville, kind of settling into a groovy kind of pace here. watching the scenery go by. But I'm hungry, so it's lunchtime. Everything's closed on the train. It's supposed to have arrived, 9 o'clock this morning, and they just decided to close everything at 11. But I got these from the breakfast. I got these from the breakfast bar today, or the breakfast room. It's a golden crumb cake, 64 grams of carbs or something, and a banana. And I got my free water. So that's lunch today. Like a sweet cake? Not bad.
Black is normally an indication that we're about an hour and a half out. That should put us around a 3 o'clock to 3:15 arrival. We do have to stop one more time a little bit later down the road for a recrew because our conductors and engineers run out of time. Here for only a couple of minutes and then we will be heading into the station. We are literally right outside of it.
Okay, it's about 4:17 p.m. We have just arrived in Sanford, Florida. We're going to be getting off the train soon. They tell us it can be between 20 minutes and an hour and a half to actually get the car back. Next part of this journey, although we're already about 7 hours late, the next part is actually getting the car. What an experience.
Thank you.
Okay, final thoughts on the auto train now that I'm here at Sanford in Florida waiting for the cars, waiting for my number to be called. My number is 159. Overall, I enjoyed the auto train. It was a fun ride. It was a nice room. It was kind of a dingy, dirty room, but not dirty, but very warm. Seat covers and stuff are very warm, but the bed itself and the sleep, it was very nice. The train was pretty steady going through. We left 3 hours late. We arrived 7 hours late. Cars were exploding inside the train. But overall, it was great. The only big problem was the dinner service was completely not thought of. It's a big problem that apparently nobody's interested in fixing. So it had its problems, but it was the quintessential Amtrak experience. Wish me luck on getting my car within, a reasonable amount of time. Okay, about 5:15. Thanks, Auto Train. When the lady took the 159 magnet off my car, it was almost exactly 24 hours after the guy had put it on yesterday in Virginia. So, 7.5 hours after the scheduled arrival time, I was finally absorbed into the endless evening rush hour traffic jams of Orlando, having had, for better or worse, a quintessential Amtrak Auto Train experience. I'm glad to have done it. The trip is unique, and even with the delays, I could have stayed aboard even longer, listening to the rails and watching the Gothic scenery drift by. Especially if they'd figure out their food situation, like making sure a cafe car was always open. There was only one thing left for today: find some real Southern food for dinner. I don't know where to eat. Waffle House? Or Waffle House?